Right? So number one was I learned to start with why. I learned to start with what I believe, not what I did. The second thing is the law of diffusion of innovations. It became a religion for me. Right? Really, really quickly, law of diffusion of innovations. All populations sift across the standard deviation, the bell curve. If you have high performers, you have low performers, you have an average, always, right? So the law of diffusion tells us that the first 2.5% of any population are your innovators. These are your big idea people. Richard Branson, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, right? Then you have your early adopters. These are the people with a higher risk tolerance. They're willing to try something new, be a part of something that reflects their own beliefs. They're willing to spend more money, make more effort, travel further to see you, go out of their way, because somehow you reflect their beliefs. Then you have the early and late majority, more cynical, more practical. What's in it for me? Will I get my money back if it doesn't work out, right? And then your laggards, the only reason they partake in anything because you have no choice. They have no choice anymore. Clearly, we all want mass market success or mass market acceptance of an idea. In other words, we all want the bell. And usually what we do is we throw all of our efforts at the bell. Right? Which is why we have promotions and sales and guarantees. We're talking to people with low risk tolerance. And what I learned is that with the law of diffusion, if you can get 15 to 18% market penetration, there's a social phenomenon that happens called a tipping point, and it just goes. If you ignore what I'm telling you, you'll always get about 10%. I guarantee you 10% of your patients, they love you. Oh, you love them rather. Oh, I love them. They get it. Right? That's not enough to make the system tip. And so I got extremely good at figuring out who was an early adopter and who wasn't. So people would call me up and they say, I heard about you, convince me why I should hire you. Not an early adopter. So I would say, don't. And this is at a time where I needed every dollar. I was living paycheck to paycheck, I had no money in the bank, and I would turn down business with people who were the wrong fits. I'll get you later. The people I said yes to were the ones who believed what I believed, because I started with why, and they would say things to me like, you're onto something. I don't think it's perfect, but you're doing something and I really like it. I'd say yes to those. And they did more to build my practice than I could because they believed what I believed, that they would tell more people about me and my work than anybody else. And so my work spread with $0 in marketing because I started to get really good at working with people who believed what I believed and they told their friends.